All right. So anybody who was in YouTube before, sorry about that. I think you got kicked out. So we should be live again, I think. And just give me a moment here. Just got to get my sound going. Just give me one moment. All right, I should be fully back now, okay? Oh, listen, Caleb, I know you're this, micro penny player. Yeah, I mean, because I don't think we go to, uh, I'm not sure I mean, you're talking one, two, three, four decimals. I don't know how to see a four decimal. Yeah, I don't know. You're going to have to ask. I think I tried earlier to get the decimal point. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I literally do not know how to expand the decimals to four. So you're going to have to go to info or go to our homepage and ask how to expand the decimals to four, say in an alert window or a top list window. Obviously, just by there's no option that I see, but I know it can be done, but I just don't know. So again, if you go to the homepage, I'll just give you the link in case you don't have it handy. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, maybe you can put it, I'm sure you can put a price alert or in a price range you can do it, but how to see it, I don't know if that's what you're talking about. I just don't know. I know there are guys like you out there. I just never met one who play these micro pennies. Just a minute. Just one moment. Okay. Sorry, guys. I've just, when we had this, we didn't have the seamless trade-off into our YouTube feed. So that was the problem. Okay. I should be back. Okay, so there is a PDF that's done. Okay, all it's going to tell you though, so the question was wanting a more in-depth explanation of the different types of trading strategies from the AI. If you go to, and I think there might be an up-to-date PDF, I just don't have access to it. Okay, and you can ask for an explanation of the various AI strategies. Okay. Most of them, like a lot of them, of course, are self-explanatory. The earnings, EV-related electric vehicle. But some of them are not. I do get that. Personally, I really don't. I mean, this is just me. I don't care. I don't care what the strategies are supposed to look for. All I care about is getting the alerts and check. Look at this one, ORMP, and then checking it out. That's all I really care about. But I understand some of you want to know. What is it looking for before you want to take a trade? I just don't, personally, I just don't care. Meanwhile, ORMP 688, what did it get up to? 725. So the alert from my my options. Here's another one. What did it do? Flint. Okay, this could be interesting. FLNT, so it hasn't moved that much. Wow, okay, it hasn't moved that much. So 550 is the next high looking left. The alert came in at 514, the price. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one and see if it keeps moving. Wow, what a move here. CAPR, the alert was at 702. 751 right now. 751, yes, 751 right now. There was the alert almost straight up on the 2-minute chart, CAPR. Good guy, these are alerts for you, all right? You see these, I mean, I'm not telling you to act on them or anything like that, but I mean, I was doing my video when that happened. Definitely interested in the Flint, the FLNT. It's not a low float. It doesn't have to be a low float. And looking left again, looking left, it's got room on the monthly chart, but I don't anticipate it would get that high. The next high over here in the weekly is about 582, but the next high on the daily is about 554. So and that's enough room. I'm just waiting to see if it bases and then pops with some volume. I'm sure it is. Anytime we get anything out of here, at some point, look at there's the ORMP, 688. I mean, these are ripe for shorts also. Not at the alert price, but, watching it zoom higher. It's okay, Bolsano. Nice to see you, though. So the SPY is starting to make that beautiful comeback. Would it surprise anybody if it got right back up here? Basically saying none of this happened. Crazy. VXRT, guys, is, well, another one. I'm sure it's going to get close, yeah, to top of a channel somewhere. So VXRT, it is shortable. For me, at Interactive Brokers anyway. All right, guys, I'm just kind of sitting back right now. I'm not getting too many new alerts. Well, this VXRT, I mean, I know it's above a channel, and it is above for you, William. It is not quite, I mean, there it is, 858. It's above the, little bit above that 5-minute Bollinger Band. 862, looks like that would be it. So it's a little bit above that. It's had a two-bar pullback on the 15, so may not be quite over. And that is the VXRT. Looking left, you've got some resistance right around 929. So maybe 9 stalls it. Yeah, I'm re-interested in Solo, but it's going to have to take this out. Right around here. Right around 822. It tried, you can see it just popped up and then it came right back down. This is not rallied with the market. That's the cause for concern. It is not rallied with the market. So I don't know what the rest of the EVs are doing. Let's take a look at FUV. See, FUV kind of rallied a little bit with the market. I mean, that's a Canadian or a North American EV play. So Solo is not. So that's the only issue right now. I mean, it really hasn't come that far off the bottom. The trigger was 834. You mean the in the email 834. So it did trigger. All right, well, if I'm going to short something, this could be this VXRT, just waiting to see if it just sort of bases a little bit more. It has some room. I mean, even on the 2 minute, I mean, it's still not ready, but on the 2 minute chart, there might be some support right around here, 830, which is great. That's far enough away. So, looking down here, same on the 5. So if it wants to fall, it could fall, to this area. So that's what I'm looking at. Boy, just watching this vehicle. Whoa, OEG now. OEG. OEG just popped into my option scanner. It went too quickly for me. 787 was the alert. Look how parabolic this is on the weekly. Oh man. Too bad. It's just look at this, guys. I mean, OEG 787. It just went too quickly for me. You talk about a pop, and look at the volume that came in. And William, this is shortable at Interactive Brokers. I have no idea if it's shortable for you. Way above the Bollinger Band, way above it. And at the top of the channel, looks like the top of my channel anyway. Really watching this VXRT. It's definitely slowed down. Volume is, still good. Real is AMC. He is. Now let's see if it cracks 9. I mean, it might crack 9. I'm talking VXRT, getting closer. Just watching VXRT to see if it really stalls here and starts to... The reason I kind of like it as a short is because it has room to fall down. I look at a support right around here at 830, which is certainly far enough away. Same sort of thing right there in that 15. So, now it may not happen. Yeah, that orange line is an 80 MA, and the blue line is a 20 SMA. Well, I think the moment of truth is coming up here for this one. There's the 8 EMA right up here. I mean, if it pierces that, 874 looks like on the 2-minute chart. And that's the VXRT. All right, so for those of you who like the really cheap ones, the only issue, no, there's the 200A. SDPI, so looking left, it is trying, like say, last week, there goes the VXRT, guys. So the only issue, sorry about that. The only issue is, where did I see it? SDPI. There's some highs over here. Looking the same. It does. This one does not appeal to me at all, but I know some of you like the really cheap ones, SDPI. I see a cross here now. Granted, it may not be the same as yours, Real, but I do see. Boy, I haven't said that for a long time. Crosses. But there's the 80 EMA crossing above the 20 SMA at around 3183. Again, we may differ a little bit because it does have pre-market data in there, I guess, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty close. And that's a dollar move off that cross. The other thing, Ice Tree Man, is that right? Or Lee Tree Man, sorry. I thought it was a C, Lee Tree Man. If you're new to this, if you're new to trade ideas, I would really recommend that you take a look at this, the 20 short lessons. Okay? And that's for anybody who's new to trade ideas. The 20 short lessons. I think they're very helpful. Another cheap one, guys, just over $1, USWS, United States Well Services Inc. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I just brought it up. Somebody's telling me that the weekly resistance looks like around a 105, 107 for SDPI. Yeah, I mean, it came up on my scanner. I thought for those of you who like the cheap ones, but I just said I don't really like it. Looks like there's too much resistance. However, it is moving and the volume is coming in and it's a low float. 10 million in the float. Ooh. All right, guys, I'm sorry, just looking at some emails. Yeah, look at BlackBerry also. BlackBerry, I mean, off those lows of 1567. Oh, I don't know. When do they have earnings? January 27th. That's so after hours. Wednesday, I guess, right? All right, SDC, Smile Direct, another one that is, look at the day it's having, Smile Direct. So this is really kind of trading on its own. It did have those two red candles corresponding to these, but it has really, really popped again. SDC. Again, I do not see any specific news on it. Looking left on the daily chart, the next high is 13, so we're getting close to that high. 50 cents away or so from that high. Well, Smile Direct on the move, SDC. Look at the volume that was coming in. This could be the biggest volume bar of the day for on a 2-minute chart for SDC. Look at it go. Look at the volume coming in. Another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's over. So 500,000 shares right there. Boy, this is really ramping up. Look at this, guys. SDC. I don't see any news, but this is really, really ramping up here. I mean, look, if it can take this 13 out at some point, they got up to 4. I mean, it doesn't have a ton of room. It would really have to break out of here. You know, all this here. And then the next high looking, that's still, let me back this out a little bit more. I mean, the highs, look like the all-time highs were up here. This was an IPO here, I believe. All-time highs are around 21 for SDC. Highly shorted, yes. 31% short. Bit of a controversial stock. Really? I have a high here of 20, looks like 21.26, but I'll take your word for it. For SDC. Unless what you're saying is the IPO was 23, it didn't get there. Well, okay, it's controversial for dentists. Now, they may be just old, you know, dentists think they're charlatans. If you go to your dentist, ask their opinion of SDC, okay? They had a while back, and I think it probably is in these months here. It had, again, I don't know who the founder is, but whoever the founder is, I think some dentist out of California got sanctioned, something like that. You know, you'd have to read about that. I just can't remember. But if you ask your dentist what they think about SDC, now, you know, take it with a grain of salt. They probably are not an SDC member. They don't have very high opinions of them. So in that regard, controversial. But there was something here. I do recall some dentist in California. Something to do here. They do have but there was something here too. This is not just dentists not liking them. Something happened here. You'd have to, I mean, I just can't remember, guys. I mean, I don't know when this was. This is March of, this is almost a year ago, okay? But there was something that happened, and it was something with a dentist in California. I don't know if he's one of the founders. He's trying to, you know, he's trying to franchise all this. But anyway. I mean, I'm sure what they do is a lot cheaper than Invisalign. But listen, I mean, I'm just saying that is the reason why it's been a little bit dodgy. Oh, you use the word dodgy also. Do-it-yourself dentistry. Yes, I call it that. Well, VXRT did not have the free fall that I was hoping more for a free fall like that. So I've covered my short. No, it didn't do too badly. I was hoping it would get into the 50s. I was hoping it was going to get into this area here, but didn't do too badly. Any? Somebody was asking about any. Anysphere 3D. So 3D, look at the, wow, yeah, huge daily. Wow, 15 million, 6 million in the float. So it's Traded the float at 2.5 times already. What did it get to? So it got basically to that high here, 313. Well, actually a little bit above it, 341. So it's pulled back. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's got a very low float. Little Canadian company out of, okay, Toronto, okay. Other than that, I really don't have any comments. I mean, obviously, a few weeks ago or a few months ago, got all the way up to 560. I mean, can it challenge that? Is this a 3D company like Triple D, which at the beginning was just ripping? And Stratasys, I don't know if you can lump them in the same category exactly, but well, that high right there was 1297, and it got up to 1307, so a little, about a dime above that high. I mean, if it can continue, the next high looking left, you would really think this 1360 will block it. But I mean, William might be right already. There, yeah, there is BB, and there's that leg up. Yes. I have a tough time getting into it right now, but I will watch it towards the end of the day. Again, this was just a startling winner for me. Oh yeah, other than volume. Volume is coming in. Look at that 5-minute chart. All right, guys, just give me a moment, please. All right. Well, this is a stock that people have been looking at. So they're looking at any excuse to get back into it, I think. And so a little bit of a run up begats another run, etc. So to get a little biblical on you. Keep an eye on VXRT. I mean, look, if it takes out 9, I mean, it still has a shot to get up to this, 952. It takes that out. I mean, there's your fantasy void way up here. Not going to happen today, but, this will probably be on my watch list for tomorrow. And that's the VXRT. Look at the monthly chart on this. I mean, just get out of here. I mean, just get out of this area here. And that's the VXRT. Look at the monthly chart. If it can clear that 940 area, I mean, just look left. Look at all the room. There, okay, okay, guys. VXRT over 9 now. Key area. I mean, this is going forward, but again, the key area is right here. Remember that 950 mark. Just one moment, please. All right. Doesn't matter what me and millions of dentists think. Well, I don't think. I don't think. But SDC is just severe rippage now. Severe rippage. You're a brave man to short BlackBerry. If these guys get a hold of this, like they sort of look like they have, for a while anyway. Meanwhile, even though it had the pullback, but ORMP did have that pullback, but ORMP making new highs. Look at the volume coming in. Yeah, that's funny. Severe rippage. It'll be interesting to see what Solo does about. I mean, it's doing nothing. I mean, it really is doing nothing. It's not. Well, actually, the market's now taking a little bit of a downturn, but this is doing nothing. So just have to. I'm going to have some patience, though. See if it hits that trigger again of 834. Here's a little pop here for HCHC. HC squared here through the, how many in the float? 45 million in the float. Yeah, this may not be. Yeah, well, this is just, it's on a mission, guys. Right now, SDC is on a mission. So let's take a look again, looking left on that daily chart. Sorry, the monthly chart, 1414. What do I think of what we, what do I think of it? I don't know. Let's see. Well, I mean, obviously incredibly extended on the weekly. I mean, this is today. I don't know. I mean, it's all-time high, I guess. I don't know what happened here. I think there's probably a symbol name change. I'm actually watching the VXRT again. See if I'm going to reshort it, if I'm going to reshort it. I wish these tops were a little closer. 929, 929 and 943. So 929 is the next high looking left for VXRT on the weekly chart. But this still looks pretty strong. Well, it'll be amusing if BlackBerry gets back up to the high like was insinuated. All right, now DVAX has been incredibly choppy on the two anyway. A little bit choppy, but the trend has been up for DVAX. And this is an area, well, I mean, I think I had an alert set up here around 623-ish. This can keep going. I mean, just look at that weekly chart. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of resistance. All right, I'm continuing to watch VXRT to see if it kind of fails here and then really drops. Well, let's just show you how you can do this. I got rid of some of my simulated trades earlier. So there it is, DVAC simulated trade 627. And of course, if you're going to get into something, you got to know where your stop is. So I'm just going to put a stop right at the low there, which is 580. You would know that ahead of time. And you're going to see right on the chart, there's your stop right there. Can raise it up a little bit. There we go. These are hotkeys to get out of a trade. You just flatten to get out of half, half, double. This is a simulator. It's part of our standard service. And always have a stop. Always have a stop. Always have a stop. Know when to get out of a trade when it works against you. So this is our simulator in action. Part of the standard service. All you have to do is click on Sim, and now you're in paper trading mode. Always have a stop. Always have a stop. And again, this is not available if you're using the web-based version, only available with the app. All you have to do is just from the toolbar, click on Sim, and you're automatically in simulation mode, paper trading mode, it uses our real-time data, so it doesn't matter what brokerage account you've got. Please, before you commit money to the market, practice trading. And listen, I know it's exciting as anything to see all these incredible movers. Now look, a move like GME, I'm not saying they happen every week, of course not, but every week we get movers 50, 60, 100%. So don't think, my gosh, if I don't trade these, I'm never going to get something like that again. The way this market works, and if you have trade ideas, we can always find these movers. All right, DVAX. I mean, this looks 629. You can see well, this month, sorry. Of course, that's the high. So it's at the high of this month. And that's the DVAX. Oh, wait a minute. No, I thought BlackBerry was not shortable anymore for me. Not that I want to short it. All right, guys, give me a moment. Ooh, I was on halt. Halt. I was on mute. Sorry about that. Did I answer? Was I on mute when I was explaining why I shorted VXRT? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, well, somebody asked in the YouTube room, what would be my criteria? So I was just waiting to see if it broke under 9, number 1, okay, which it did. There was a cross right there, right around 896. I don't actually anticipate that falling that much. He's got probably some support right around here. So it's just a little bit below where I shorted it. I shorted at 898. So if it gets anywhere close to 9, I'm out. I want to see a move. DVAX is getting interesting, guys. I know I'm in the simulator. Again, it's got some room. Yeah, starting to move, DVAX. So the next high looking left is 645 for DVAX. All right. I'll just put this message in here. Usually shut the room down around 3 o'clock, closing the room around 3. Do I have a custom for the high and low of the day? You mean just literally the data point, Ija? Well, I can give you the data points are simple. Just give me a moment here. So there they are, today's high, today's low, T underscore. Okay, you know how to create a custom formula? I'm assuming you do. Okay, then those are your data points. So I'm assuming you're going to put them as columns or... Okay, I'm out of, well, yeah, I'm out of the VXRT. I just don't like, it's not dynamic enough. So I think the only way I get back in is if it takes out maybe gets down to the low 880s. But it's just not dynamic enough for me. ESPR. Well, it's got room. I mean, I don't, I have no special insight to it, but I mean, obviously it's got room. The next high looking left is around $30 on the daily, and then way up here around 31. I have no insight though on what I think it might do. I mean, it's had a nice day. I don't know. Did it have a? I'm just looking. I don't see any specific news on it, but today. Oh, EXPR. Okay. Oh, that's the AI one. I don't know. I mean, retail. I mean, this really zoomed higher after hours on Friday. Continued this morning. It's maintained. Look at the retail ETF. So the retail ETF zoomed higher, flattening out now. It's still up. EXPR looks kind of the same. So again, I have no special insight as to where this could go. What did it get up to today? It got up to about 413. So you look left, 474. So I guess it's got a shot. Yeah, it's got a shot, I suppose, but it's going to have to take out today's high also. Today's high was up here, so boy, this one from the AI is interesting. Again, it says back this out a few months, and you have to get back to, yeah, there's really there. Look at ACRX, guys. ACRX from the options play. There's really no resistance for this. You've got to go back to 2014 to see these levels again for AMTX. So if you think that something that happened almost 7 years ago matters, well, fine. Are you serious? I don't hear any. I don't hear a barking. Meanwhile, Apron continues. APRN continues. Let's take a look at this ACRX again. Come on. A little lag. Let me do a reset. All right, the VXRT, again, getting my interest again. Maybe the third time. Down. It's trying to go. VXRT trying to go. Again, it just flirted with the 9. Okay, guys, I'm just going to put myself on mute for a minute here. What time is it? It's almost 2:40, so not that much time left. Neuro, N-U-R-O, okay. Yeah. Low float, crazy low floater. Look at DVX. So the high is 490 last month. I guess if it can clear that. It definitely has some room, yes. Boy, Blue Apron just almost at 10 now. Be interesting to see what this does tomorrow. The high right there is 961. So I mean, it's taken out all this. Look at DVAX go, guys, now. Apron at 10 again. Not again, for the first time. Sorry, today anyway. First time. I mean, this has got room. Look at the room it's got if it wants to keep going. It's a low float, 11 million in the float. Well, look at CNK, guys. I mean, AMC is this one, but look at CNK. Maybe a little more structurally sound. You know, if a theater can be like that these days. But CNK, again, it popped along with AMC. Well, look at, okay, AQMS, a late one from my watch list, very, very late. The reason being is that, yeah, the problem is, you see, it hit 6 early on before it really dropped. It has come right back now, so now it's over the high. That is why we get this alert way late. Well, not late, but I mean, it had to take out the high of the day. Unfortunately, that high of the day was way up here. First candle, and then it didn't really do too much, and now it's taking it out. DVAX continues here, guys. This is going to be very interesting tomorrow also. Even a red bar ignored on the 2-minute chart for DVAX. Refresh my memory. The next high looking left, well, that's at 645. It's right there. I mean, the next high after that, 727. I mean, this has got so much potential. DVAX. WTRH, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of junk right around here. That's the only thing I see right now. I mean, it's had a great, great 5-minute for 15-minute. Volume is coming in. Just a lot of stuff right around here on that weekly, though, for me anyway. Nokia, man, oh man, with how many billion in the float? 4.7 billion in the float. Hard to believe it could do that, but anything is possible. Probably not. I mean, I don't see any news. Well, okay, there was some news Friday after the market closed. I guess they provided updates on their virus vaccine, so that's all I can see. No, right. Jeez. How's the ACRX doing? Well, I mean, look at this. I mean, the ACRX, I mentioned it. I mean, this is from, again, and there's a DVAX 628, and we are now, charts are starting to lag just a little bit here. So there's the alert 628. Guys, my charts are lagging. I don't know if this is with other people also, but my charts are starting to lag a little bit. And there goes OEG. I know somebody asked me about OEG. I mean, hard to tell. I mean, look, it's so extended on the weekly. A huge, huge move today. And PRPO. All right. Wow, look at this. I mean, this one, $3. I'm just looking left at the highs. 350 is the next high looking left, I think. 350 is the next high looking left on the weekly. I mean, if it can somehow clear that, maybe even tomorrow. Look at the room this has got. This PRPO. I'm sure it's a relatively low float, 17 million in the float. Oh, yours too. Okay, yeah. So a little bit of a lag coming in. I don't know why. I haven't had lag for months, it seems now, but definitely a little bit of lag. The ACRX guys, 235 on that alert from the options right there, 235. And let's see if it can continue here. I mean, there's the next high looking left, right around $3. I haven't even looked at the marijuana index for a while. And you are right. Yeah, look at this. You know, it just couldn't keep it up. Look at this. Starting to really start to drift down. Look at it on the weekly chart. We have these 2 great weeks. Look like rosy days ahead. I mean, look, the monthly chart is still okay. You know, you've got this topping tail, but this is a little bit ominous, especially if we get a big red, like a big wide, say red bar tomorrow on the weekly chart. All right, PRPO continues here. Lots of volume coming in. Just a moment, please. All right, guys. Sorry about that. We had a little delivery action, and that I had to take care of. Yeah, right. No, it's a little early for pizza. All right, guys. What was I looking at as I got interrupted there? All right, just give me another second. I just got to find my glasses now, my computer glasses. Just a second. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, of course. Well, yeah, we have. GameStop has been up and running on the radar, whatever you want to call it. Yes, of course we have. Okay, guys. I'm watching this DVAC, see if it really can break through that 650. Yeah, BlackBerry underneath 18 now. Okay, guys, I'm going to start wrapping this up. What a day. Just want to quickly put my homepage link up. So lots of information on my homepage, including okay, so you click on my home page, and of course you can click here. You'll get 15% off, 15% off either the first month only or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription. You click here, get Trade Ideas, and we have 4 plans basically. Premium and standard on an annual basis. Premium, the big difference is the AI. And we have monthly plans too. Remember, you can take 15% off these prices. Monthly, you can take 15% off the first month only, okay? But you can certainly have a monthly plan. You don't have to go annual if you don't want to. Trade of the week. We'll have to see how it worked. I mean, it worked today if you traded it. We'll have to see how it does tomorrow. Solo is the trade of the week. The trigger was 834. So there's still time, of course. It got all the way up. Got all the way up to 922 before it pulled back with the rest of the market. The difference is the market kind of rallied a bit. This really hasn't rallied that much off that 8. But what, tomorrow's another day. I have to see if it triggers again. I do a recap. You can click there. Here, all the scans that I'm sharing. All the scans. Okay. It is not possible to paper trade the AI. Well, without a subscription? No, you need it. In order to paper trade at all, you need at least a standard subscription, Tom. So all the scans I'm sharing are here, and all the educational links are here. Click here. The 20 lessons in 20 days. The daily support between 12 and 1 in our YouTube room. Daily webinars. Here's one today, Monday to Thursday, 5 o'clock Eastern Time. You can sign up for them all right there. Educational videos and trading books. So yeah, Tom, in order to paper trade using our simulator, you have to have at least a standard subscription. Okay. The reason being is that it's using our real-time data, and so the exchanges, of course, want to get paid. So it's not like we'd love to be able to say, okay, try it for a week, but you can't. We can't do that because we're using our real-time data. So that's why you need a subscription. Yeah, I can share my layout. The only thing you won't get are these two, the no repeat version of this, but you can easily create it yourself. But here is the a shared layout. But understand that there are things that I'm using on my other monitor, like momentum, and also, the unusually strong options. It's not part of the shared layout. Those are individual windows that you can add yourself. The reason I don't have a huge shared layout is because not everybody wants every single window. So consequently, that's why I say go to my homepage and you can pick and choose the scans that you might want. Okay? But I will give you, this is a sort of a mini layout that I use. All right, everybody. Are there any other questions? Don't see any other questions. So, well, I'm going to wrap this up. This has been an exhausting day. Fun, exhausting, especially the first couple hours. Crazy. All right. Well, guys, thanks for all the help. Who knows what tomorrow is going to bring. So thanks a lot for all of the help. And we will see you tomorrow. I will open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So have a great evening, everybody, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.